when you're ready. Third Tuesday council meeting, July 18, 2023. We'll start.
Fine.
Are you good? Okay, let's all stand, pledge allegiance to the flag. Diane, will you lead us, please?
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Steiner,
Here.
Rash,
Here.
Dinsmore, Scotch,
Here.
Godwin, Conroy,
Mr. Mayor, if I could have the floor, please.
Yes.
We've got a guest with us here tonight, Mr. Tim Lawrence. He's the president of the Luna Lake Club Company. I requested him be on the agenda, which it didn't get, so I'm asking that we amend the agenda so that he can address council. So, again, making a motion,
You want to put them right after the approval of the minutes?
please.
Okay. Second. Any questions, comments? Call for the vote.
Rash,
Aye.
Dinsmore, Scotch,
Aye.
Godwin, Conroy, Steiner,
Tim Lawrence. Aye.
Okay, look for a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Now,
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
any questions, concerns, updates? All right, call for the vote.
Dinsmore, aye. Scotch,
Aye.
Godwin, Conroy, Steiner,
Aye.
Rash,
Okay, motion passes. Matt, we had Tim Lawrence right up after the approval of minutes. I was just informed that the police have to get back on the road. Would you mind if we switch the police monthly report?
That's fine.
Okay. All right, so chief, police report, please.
All right, New Franklin Police Department statistics for the Village of Clinton, for the month of June 2023. Ex-patrols, there were 70, business checks, 84, house checks, 4, domestic incidents, we had 2, traffic stops, 37, motor vehicle accidents, there were 3, welfare checks, 4, traffic citations, 26, criminal arrests, there were 8, suspicious persons, 2, suspicious vehicles, 4, animal complaints, 5, and fraud/identity theft, there was 1. Then on June 13th, our department responded to 7689 North 4th Street for domestic. A male subject was arrested for domestic violence by threats. Male was then taken to Summit County Jail on those charges. On June 28th, a female victim came into our lobby to report an assault. Female stated that on June 26th, an ex-boyfriend entered her residence by forcing his way through the front door. Male then assaulted the female after a verbal argument ensued. Male was arrested on June 28th for assault, criminal damaging, and aggravated trespass. He was released on a summons and given a court date. And then on June 30th, our department responded to 7740 South 2nd Avenue for an aggravated burglary. The victim stated that a male subject broke into her home. The female further stated that she and her boyfriend were assaulted by this male. The male was gone upon our officer's arrival. Warrants were put out for this male subject a few hours later. He was then arrested by Barberton Police and turned over to us. The male was charged with aggravated burglary, domestic violence, assault, criminal damaging, and then he was taken to Summit County Jail on those charges.
Thank you very much. Anybody have any questions, concerns for?
I do. This is the last incident that you're reporting on. It says domestic violence as part of the charges. So just, and I know you might not give in a particular case, but does that indicate that he actually did he know the people that he broke into? Did he know them?
Yes, so, check that. So it says in the report it was her ex, I'm gonna assume boyfriend or husband, and she would have, I believe that they have a child in common.
Okay.
So that's where the relation is for qualifying as domestic.
Okay, I mean, it was a horrible incident regardless. However, as a, you know, a citizen, you want to know if there are random people going around breaking into, you know, houses,
Right, absolutely.
you know, and causing this.
Right, so the suspect didn't know the victim.
This makes us feel like, okay, we're not, the village is not being targeted by burglars.
Right, absolutely.
And the other thing I would like to say, you know, that you guys are out, you see, appreciate all of that. However, there are a lot of go-karts running the village without licenses, and people don't stop at stop signs. I mean, it's crazy. So, I don't know, I'm just one person, but I think there needs to be $0 in that nonsense.
Okay.
You know, because they're not following the street laws. They're just randomly on our streets without a license, but then there are licensed vehicles not stopping at stop signs, nearly causing accidents.
Now, are you talking about a specific roadway in particular, or just throughout the whole village?
Daily driving through the village, not only the village of Clinton, but also, you know, Fulton. Any stop sign I come to, you know.
Right.
It happens. Today, I was going up North Street. Crazy me, I was going to the speed limit. And the person behind me, because I do check my mirrors, was ranting and raving, both hands in the air. I don't know who was driving the car. And then I stopped at the stop sign, and they were making the motion as if they were banging their head on the steering wheel because I stopped at the stop sign. These are the type of people that I'm talking about.
Right.
They are, you know, it's like, I'm just done with the kind of baloney.
Right. All right, I'll make sure to let the guys know that.
Yeah. And I'll stop all over.
There needs to be examples, spend a little bit extra time, stop at the stop sign, so they understand what that means.
It wasn't even extra time. I actually stopped and then went. Crazy me.
Now, I had somebody following me pretty close, up the road, and I know I wasn't, I was going slightly over the speed limit, but they obviously wanted me to go a lot faster. It's like, no, I don't need to, so I slowed down the speed limit.
Yeah.
It's like, go ahead.
But thank you.
No problem. Any other questions?
Thank you very much for your
Have a
service.
Great day.
Thank you.
Mr. Tim Lawrence, you have the floor.
Thanks. So I'm Tim Lawrence. I'm currently the president at Luna Lake. And we've had, for a number of years, an issue with geese control, as we do in the center of town. So I've been working with ODNR biologists to come up with some kind of a solution. Currently, we're spending about $10,000 a year for Ohio Geese Control to come out and run their dogs and try to keep them off. Well, the problem with that is they go out 50 yards, they wait there until they leave, and then they come right back to shore. So we've done a number of things over the years. We've sprayed the lawns, and that didn't work. So we've been working closely with them, and it came up that we need to physically start hunting. And some people will disagree with that, but when you have a wildlife biologist telling you that's the only way you're to control them. Now, there's a 3-step process to that. It isn't just go hunting. You hunt them in the fall and winter. Then from there, the spring rolls around and you do what they call an egg shake. So the company has tried this before, but I don't think they followed completely through with it. So I'm going to make sure that happens and we're compliant with the state, and that's what they're asking. That we report every egg that's shaken, and then they'll assess midsummer if we still have the same problem with the goose issues. Then they'll order goose control to come in and kill them. So we want to do it the right way. So I'm on more of a announcing kind of mission today. You know, I've talked to Mr. Schroyer, Officer Schroyer from the actual game warden for the area. working with Lori Brown, which is the biologist. And we're just trying to come up with a reasonable solution. So when I say hunting, I don't want anybody to get scared about that. We're talking about a very, very limited number of professional duck hunters. A handful, literally probably 4 to 5.
So it's a control hunt.
Very controlled. And the reason I say that is because we have homes there, and, you know, we have neighbors, and we want to be friendly as much as we can by still accomplishing the goal.
2 years ago, our old mayor gave permission for them to hunt them.
Yeah, and it's
We had to follow the law, but
correct.
it's up to the mayor to say yes or no.
Well, that's one of the reasons I'm here. So it's my understanding that has changed. I don't have it in front of me. It's my understanding that something has changed with the shooting aspect of it in the village plan. And I'm not sure of that. So I want to make sure of that, number one, for hunting purposes. I'm not talking about.
I think he's referring to the fact that for so long, and it was in place so long that people are still under the impression that there's no discharge.
Right.
We did change.
Correct.
Yeah, that's changed.
So I want to make sure of that, you know, because I want to do this the right way. I don't want to disturb neighbors, and this isn't going to be a shooting range. We'll not allow that. So I'm more just trying to explain our position to the board.
And I think, too, the purpose here is to get on the minutes with the village so that if ODNR asks, you communicated with the village on what your plan was.
Yeah, and that's part of that 3-step process I was talking about. So there's 3 steps to that, too. I'll be speaking directly with the police chief. I want to come to the facility, tell them what if he has any concerns, I want to start them before this starts. So this would start, 2 seasons kind of weird, 3 different sections. So it starts off small with September 3rd through the 9th for an early good season. Then you're done. Then it would come back in October 22nd to the 30th, and then it wouldn't come back in again until November 12th through February 6th. That's the longer portion of the season. And again, if we accomplish our mission sooner, I'll shut it down sooner.
How many we talking about, sir?
How many?
Birds you talking about? Are you putting a limit on the birds?
No, the state of Ohio does that.
It gives you,
But we currently have, what,
I know that.
30 geese?
Yeah, we have 30 resident geese
That's right.
that live there.
so those are, they give you, because they're lesser Canadian bees.
Yes, Canadian. Yeah, we're not hunting ducks.
No, I just went there, so there's greater Canadian geese and lesser Canadian geese. So I'm assuming if you have resident population, you have lesser Canadian geese.
Lesser Canadian.
Which are non-migratory.
Right.
So they're not gonna leave, it's not something you can just let winter come and they disappear. So you pretty much do have to eradicate them.
Yeah, and I'm being sensitive to everybody's feelings on this too. You know, I'm a hunter, I'm not gonna lie to you, but, I want it done right. We have neighbors that we have to protect, and we wanna make sure that, because not all of our neighbors are gonna be on board with this. So there's gonna be some rift, and there'll be letters going out to all of our members, clearly stating what our intentions are and what we're trying to accomplish.
Are you gonna kill all 30?
I hope so.
Can you get the ones down here to Wisconsin?
29 slow ones and Eddie.
Yeah,
Well,
so.
Promote a party over there.
Pardon me?
They're invasive species.
Yeah, and literally, it's probably gonna be 4 to 5 actual shooters, and, we're gonna keep this as quiet as we can. Not because we're doing anything wrong, just for feeling.
Yeah.
So, that's my statement, and
Okay.
I'd like some input if you have any, and.
Fire away. I mean, no, I'm all for it. I mean, I think you're doing the right thing. You come before us. It's not something we really had to do, but, you know, keeping us informed because we're the ones going to get the phone call. Do you know they're shooting at Luna Lake? It's like, yeah, did they catch anything? But, yeah, no, the geese and me, I used to ride the trail a lot and ride with them all the time. We've been addling the eggs down here for a number of years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It is way better. It's funner to say addled.
Yeah.
Shaken.
Yeah, well, that's my new term.
They're shaken, not stirred.
Good addled.
Yes, addled. So, yes, anything you can do to help get rid of them. I mean, I'm not over there that much, but I know the mess they make.
I have 30 years of being an investigator, so I'm very careful of firearms. I know.
You know, I can't put my finger right on the law sheet, but I can get it.
We provided it to him. I don't
Oh,
have
I
it
have a
with me.
copy.
He
I
has
don't
it.
have it with
So
me.
you're good then?
Yeah,
All right. You
he
know-
just said he didn't have it with him.
Oh, okay, all
Right.
right.
That's fine.
Does part of,
Okay.
But if you have it with you and you
Sorry.
have questions, I would,
Yeah, and like I said, I'm gonna have New Franklin on board on this, and letters will be sent out as a formality. That way,
does federal government require each person to only kill a certain amount?
5.
Oh, you can kill 5 here.
Right. So maybe some of yours will come over and pay us a visit.
we'll send them over, I'm sure we can.
Right.
Party at the lake.
That's
I'm sure there's other students who'd be curious what's going on.
Thank you, everybody. I
Tim,
appreciate
thank you
it.
very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We have Solicitor Monthly Report. No Solicitor. We have Fire Chief Monthly Report. No Fire Chief. It's in the packet. Street Commissioner Monthly Report. We do have Kevin.
So last month we had our new fuel tanks, so get them in play and get them wired in and keep them the electrician in there to wire them up. Did some paving on North Third Avenue and North Fourth Avenue and North Street here in town. And then roadside lines,
I definitely enjoyed the paving I've seen. Especially, it looks really good out there. Those roads were really bad for a while.
and he did the alleyway.
Yes, the alleyway I especially like.
Oh, I do too.
The gentleman that did that for us, he did that as a courtesy freebie for us. He actually had that whole alleyway for free. All we did was pay for the
Kevin, any updates on the salt shed?
I have not done any more with that yet. I don't know. Everybody, let's see if we can all those blocks.
Yeah, he can do it. He actually had a family issue. Right now, we're just looking for the transport of the dirt over there, so.
How much was that salt shed, you know?
Whatever I said it was then.
Whatever it was.
Yeah,
He's right.
you're right.
Yeah.
Finance first.
Any updates on us taking the salt that's required of us?
We do not have any determining numbers of what we would have to take, because they changed that from the August 31st mark, which we would have to take our 80%. They have now changed that to December 31st, so possibly by December 31st, we may not have to take anything.
Okay.
That's all. Everybody that is participating in that CUE, whether, how many of them out there do not have all their sold.
I see.
As of right now, I think the last number was 67% of the 80% that.
There was something you had to take.
Because I think Franklin's gonna take 1,800.
Okay. Thank you for the update.
And I did get an update with Jason on the road project. County did accept our bargain for making Clinton Road a county road now. We just have to wait for ODOT to approve it. And once they approve it, then we'll be able to get
How about the stripes on Hickory Street? Have Have you,
I've reached out to a couple companies, and I've got anything.
did you check them out?
Phone calls from them.
You're,
I can call a couple different companies and see if I can get some up.
They do it all the time.
I don't know.
I think they were paintbrush, I guess.
Well, you ain't doing nothing all day. You can make some lines.
Okay, any other questions, comments for the street commissioner report? Thank you very much, Kevin. Zoning inspector report.
This is what I got for you guys. We've had 5 permits approved by the, village zoning department. A side note on this, I'd like to say that 3 of those were for new residential builds. If any of you remember, a year ago, last July, during our report, I actually promised 4 to 5 new houses. Since I'm such an overachiever, we got 6 since this past October that were approved. A little birdie, I ain't promising anything this time. A little birdie, though, we may, there's some other stuff going on. But, that's a great thing for the village, that, you know, people, I've always said it, people like, get called constantly, people want to build, raise their family here, good school district. So that's pretty good. There were 4 grass notices, sent out by mail, all complied, they were all cut by the owner. And, there were about a handful that, you know, just repeat offenders. There's people that have these parcels that do not live here. They're abandoned parcels, they were handed down to the family, you know, they have them, sometimes they forget they have them. That's just, I have a good contact with them, I just call them and say, hey, it's time to cut the grass, they come out and do it. And, you know, so there were more, but, you know, 4 that we actually mailed out. Some side notes, we did have a demo project that happened, I believe this may have been mentioned in another council meeting, but it was the first that I did have girls involved with, which, girls think is awesome. That project is not done, it's on Hickory Street, across from Chippewa, there's an old abandoned house there. Always got broken into, cops were calling me like crazy on it. I worked with the owner for about a year, and he finally took it down. But he will make that, I actually had a meeting with him this weekend, he will make that hillside look original, like nothing was ever there. So, and, one of the last things I have for you, the new owners of the, Ohio and Erie Canal building, I keep in touch with them, once a month, once every other month, they give me a call. The progress is going very well on the interior, going quicker than they thought. I know some of the plans that they'd like to do, they're still off the air about it, but, that project is coming along, and they will be coming through the village because there are exterior projects that will need permits through this office. And once again, we're looking forward to that too.
is that something you would suggest involving the Historical Society with?
Yeah, you know, I mean, those buildings, yeah, they are, you know, a note of this town. I mean, some little stuff I know, you know, you have the flood mark on one of the buildings, you know, I do know they are gonna bring in a painter and do something, redo that, you know, always have that there, you know, that's something, you know, historical and stuff like that, but, yeah, I mean, this couple that bought these things, they're very knowledgeable, they've done it in other places, and, I mean, I'll give it you, Diane. You know, once I speak with them, they have a, you know, something like that. Yeah.
Doesn't need to be anything formal, but it might be nice since we have an active historical society to get some input.
Oh, yeah, Matt, my formalness here is really, I go to the house and I talk to people, so it's,
Okay.
you know, last thing, I don't have that on the report, but I just see you guys. I'm just working on some stuff with, some council members. The mayor currently, be on my next report. I did take the mayor on a zoning outing, just to show him a little bit of what I do, for a permit. And, that's that. So, any questions?
Anybody?
Did they have that? Enjoy your vacation.
You know what, I'm not doing that again next year.
Okay.
I took 3 months or 3 weeks off this quarter. I'm slammed here, I'm slammed there, never, I'm not doing it. I learned my lesson.
Are we okay with the property across from, on Cleveland Meslin? They are building that addition to the barn. Did they get a permit?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, I approved that, I met the property.
awesome.
Yeah, they're all for it.
Okay, thank you.
But in I'm glad you mentioned it. In light of that, how that all transpired, we may need to be looking at some permitting and penalizing penalties for not compliance. It's not good, you can't look afterwards.
Yeah, it seems,
Laws and ordinances.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Fiscal officer's report. Okay, unfinished business. Start Ellen? Jan? Kent? Matt?
I was reading an article, in the Southside Leader. It was on the, chemical oil spill in the river. It said, in there, it listed, Barberton contacted village officials in Clinton Canal Fulton. I assume that was our fire chief. Was it you?
I got a few emails also on it, but I did talk with Wayne, and he's been in constant communication with Barberton. And that has been contained in Barberton, completely never made it down here last I heard.
I read that it would breach the boom and it's heading south
Oh, really?
That's what I was getting ready to say, yeah.
now, so I think it would be good if somebody got on that. Or at least contact the EPA on a week, we're interested.
Yeah, my point in bringing it up, I want us to be proactive with it, to look like we have concern and be knowledgeable and be on it versus learning things. I don't want to read it in the paper.
Right?
I got to call Mayor Judge tomorrow.
Is that not done by the federal government, or is that a contract? That
Boom?
The boom,
The boom.
The boom.
Well, the contractor needs to be, something.
Don't know.
we don't have to investigate, but.
Well, if it's broke,
If it's breach, it needs to be contacted.
Yeah, okay. Give him a call tomorrow. Any old business?
No, thank you.
me,
Now,
What?
now, business,
Okay. I mean, finished business.
unfinished, or whatever, sorry, you go on for.
I like you when Louis referred to the previous mayor as the old mayor, and what's maybe make me the young one. I can thank you, Louis. That's, very,
you're welcome.
yes, I like when people, put things in perspective. Mayor's communication.
I try to take
There are a couple things here. There's a Helping Hands 2023 raffle, sponsorship opportunities going on this will be in September, but I have the information out here for anybody who's interested in being part of that. There's also, this is a media social media leap on stories like this. I think this is coming up in a few weeks. There is I don't even know what that was. But anyway, take a look at this. I know there's something I sent out to everybody regarding Yeah, I hate when my notes aren't complete, you know? But anyways, I did for you guys an email today. Oh, here it is. It's a conference coming up. Oh, this is July 26th and 27th, very soon. It's in Columbus, Ohio. You can read what it's about, but statewide, it's a 2023 statewide floodplain management. I can't make it, but there's an email here, everything on it, if anybody would like to go to that. Louis, that sounds like it's right up your,
I gotta work. I gotta
okay. I guess that doesn't work out for you then. All right, there's also some pamphlets here, how to become a master rain gardener.
It was floodplain management all under our street supervisor and superintendent.
Across the street? I don't know.
I don't know, is that something?
That's
Is
reason.
that something we can send Kevin to?
Kevin, you wanna go to Columbus for a few days?
Maybe the fire chief, I can make it.
I don't know.
Maybe somebody needs to do something.
From what I found, whatever solutions come out of these things is beyond our budget. So,
Yep.
yeah. So until we get an initiative where we can get Maslin, Canal Fulton, us, Barberton all together, all the way down to Dover. But I think,
Anything on, over a year ago, when they were getting the flood gauges back online, and remember it was the Corps of Engineers, it was ODNR, I don't remember who all was involved.
I think they make announcements and everybody feels good and forgets about it. But I've not heard anything
They
that
started, they got dedication of funds to start the study,
Mm-hmm,
that's the last I remember hearing.
yeah,
And I do see that the gauges are running,
okay.
ICA gauges are down here.
No, and I have nothing else on that. Yeah. Okay. We are still waiting on the quotes for the lights out here. If somebody knows an electrician, like to look into it also, feel free. Let me know.
That's on the, when did you do it?
Not yet. Yeah, they've been all over it, so it's,
So say that again, but you're in search of an electrician?
yeah, we had an electrician come out, look this over, he's not give us a quote yet. And they've
Okay.
been, checking back with him back and forth. Kevin actually met with them a month ago, at least a month.
Maybe 3 weeks.
Okay, but,
Seasdorf Electric or Himmler there. Himmler lives, across from the car dealer in town. So I can check with Mike.
okay, yeah, anybody we get out here and someone give us a quote. I'd like to convert that to LEDs, the sign, put a better light up here on the flag, and do something about this sign exiting the parking lot. So,
I'll text Mike now, see if we can get him to give us a quote.
okay. Do we have a permit for road closures? You know, like every year, we close down this road here for the Historical Society. I don't know how, I think it's just, we just okay that. But,
This one we just do.
yeah,
But we have done approval for road closures, individual closures.
okay,
Yeah, but that's part of the accepting of the, application to have the Apple Fest that they do.
okay.
Yeah, but for other, like construction projects, and I know that we have approved road closures here for that.
Okay.
Individually. But as far as a permit,
So we do have that, that's something that we're working a long time on. That is approved by the mayor.
Okay, all right, sounds good. June 27th, I attended the Akron Canton Airport. There's a speaker down there talking about the Akron Canton Airport, and just a couple things are brought out of that. First of all, the mayor's green. He did say the roundabouts aren't to make everybody mad at him. They actually do. They are safer overall, they control traffic. That study, you may laugh, that study came out of Europe like, I don't know, 25 years ago. They are safer, I mean, overall, every study I've read. Yeah, well, you know, if you're one of these people going the wrong way on that, like I've seen some people do, yeah, you may not think they're safer, but I think most of them going the wrong way. Yeah.
I'm not.
But they save a lot in slowing down traffic and stuff. But the Akron County Airport is growing. I don't know if you noticed or not, they are on 2,400 acres. That is more acreage than Cleveland Hopkins Airport. Even though they do not have all the runways Cleveland does, but they actually have more acres to try to keep growing the airport, so we have more flights in and out from Akron Canton as single trips instead of layovers. So I thought that's pretty interesting. And the airport's nice. I haven't been there in a long time. June 15th, I attended a call about the sewer update. It's more or less like a final call. There's really nothing more going to be done. Can't talk. There'd be a final call. We're back to septic. Stuff to get approved. From what I can tell, the business septics are getting approved. If anybody has an issue, just give me a call and I'll find out what we can do
So
about that.
with that news, is the health department going to be doing more inspections and be, making sure people are compliant?
That I've not got any information about. So,
And in the past, the right hand and the left hand have not worked very well together. If the health department, this could be an opportunity. If the health department would make sure that our systems are working, the next time they do testing 5 years down the road, we could see that things have improved and we don't need a sewer. But we need the health department's help to get there.
I think your first step in trying to get to that end is with the implemented the permit, $35 for a permit. And how to get that is the guy that pumps our septic, our fence in the thing. And I know it's not perfect, they need to do that, but I think that was their first step.
Yep, that first step was dictated by the state. That wasn't the health department's plan. And they didn't want to do that. They're being forced to do that.
Right.
And their way to comply with the state was to get these drivers to do it. And these drivers don't want to go on record saying that the system works or doesn't work. They'll sign a very generic blank form and send it in. Nothing's filled out, right? So we accomplished the paper trail, but we haven't really done anything, right?
If you look on the website and punch in your address, as you probably know when you had your system pumped more than anybody else must do, you'll see that the septic pumping service came out, they pumped your septic. They did not inspect to see if everything's working, the leach field's working, everything else. No, they report they pumped it, and that's it.
They checked on.
Oh, they did?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, that's good.
They checked both tanks. The boy, I asked the boy, did he have a license to inspect tanks? He said, yes, sir, I do. And it charged me $125, and I paid $300 to get a pump. That's how it works.
I think these guys know which ones to inspect and which ones not to inspect.
I agree.
It's I see it as an opportunity. We need more activity from the health department.
I will see if I can pull it up. Okay.
You don't have trouble down there, do you?
Council communications, council committee reports. Start on this side. Anybody?
What is it?
Council communications and council committee reports.
None at this time.
This side? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't understand. Okay.
I was waiting for him to finish.
Okay.
Okay, so, don't be apologized for. Okay, so, Sue reached out to me, and, there was the insurance company had a question about, things for their last inspection, and one of the things was if there is, background, really background on, driving records for employees that drive employees our vehicles. And we have it in our code. Thankfully, our code is up to date, and it is good. So we don't have to change the code concerning that. That was it's all good. The call special laws so, what typically happens is the fire department runs the report on the people that drive the vehicle. In my opinion, since the fire chief is the head of that department, I think he should run the reports for his family. And it makes sense, right? And it's the only other employee that we have that drives a village vehicle to run that report is Dennis. I'm saying I think that, village admin could do that easily. I mean, you guys don't see how to do it, I'll do it, but, we'll have to say, inform me as to, does such a body work for us? Anyway, I appreciate her. It does cost $5 fee per record to do that. So, and they suggest that, you know, and according to our code, that it should be once a year. So, any thoughts on that?
Oh, no, I agree.
Do you agree?
I've been doing
Anybody else have thoughts on that? Okay, so I'll talk to Chief and I'll get with him and I'll talk with him. And get that taken care of. The only other issue they had as far as the insurance was some park coverage being taken care of. We're all good. So,
Sounds good. Anything from this side? Dan?
I am reconsidering my vote on the council meeting. Saying the opposite. Usually, I went the wrong way one week.
what do you got?
Which issue?
Last meeting, the only one we voted.
There's several votes on it.
Was it the one I was confused with as well, Jan?
23. Which one? Policy for building security and declaring reading. Only one there.
We didn't want to go.
There was a motion. Yes.
You abstained from the first one, that third reading.
It's the one to,
No, she didn't.
Hang on. I did not.
Okay. And it's under new business then. Rescind ordinance 02302, is that the one?
Page one,
Page 1.
in the minute.
No, okay, it's page
3:15, right?
Ellen
When we get to the,
rescinded. Abstained, I'm sorry.
there's the motion to rescind.
here, we're not.
you said no.
Then the motion to be
You get to
I don't know what it is.
I'm trying to find it. it? Okay.
Right, that's, I believe.
Yeah, thanks, Marissa.
So that's under page 3 that we're looking at, right? Okay, so let me do the math here.
Can you read it, bud?
Roll call, Conroy abstain, Steiner, yes, Rash, yes, Gensmore, no, Gotts, no, Godwin, no. So if Godwin goes to yes, that makes it 3 yeses, so that motion passes. Yes. So the motion passes.
Right.
Okay.
So you have to read the document.
So, okay, what are you rescinding?
On the third page, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, fifth paragraph down, where she had roll. So it's where Matt made motion to rescind.
He motioned to rescind at the bottom of page 2.
Motion rescind 02302.
And so she's changing her no vote to a yes vote.
Yes.
So that Matt's motion would pass.
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
That was in the report, but that's what I'm.
That's the key policy we talked about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the street drive.
Oh.
Okay, well, Dan? Thank you. Any other communication committee reports from this side? Okay. Go to citizen comments, no one's, Matt?
The solicitor at the last meeting stated that if the rescinded motion passed, that we would need to then rescind the other motion to clarify the word notify.
Yeah. It sounds like that would automatically go away, because it'd be part of that.
She was adamant about it.
Separate ordinance.
She was adamant about the,
And it is a separate, complete separate ordinance.
Yeah, 'cause now it's clarifying notify to no ordinance. If it stays, so be it. I just wanted to point out what the lawyer said.
Well, I guess we could get a motion for the other one.
I'm trying to find that number.
I don't remember how deep the,
So ordinance 23-15, make a motion to rescind, 023-15.
Second.
We have first and second, motion and second. Any comments, questions?
Wait a minute.
It's,
Start from the beginning now, what we're doing, and this is,
well, this one, so originally 2 ordinances passed. Okay, you had your original building security one, and then the one that clarified what notified that. Yeah, those 2. So the first one has been rescinded. But the second one that clarified the word notified, that's what's being motioned to rescind right now.
So now
So then
with
they
the other
both
one,
would be rescinded.
with the other one null and void, we're putting a definition that refers to nowhere.
You're rescinding that ordinance.
It was the solicitor's recommendation to do that. If we rescinded the one, we need to rescind the other.
Do we need,
So then nothing is, being looked back to somebody that told you to rescind.
and we're in discussion, correct?
Yes.
So, I would, rather than go rescind happy, because I don't remember how deep it went. You know, I don't remember, was it everything amending 1911? Was it just those 2? I do remember saying that there were other rescissions that could happen. I don't remember if it was just the one. I don't remember. So,
Well, my understanding is rescinding 02302 and 02315 that will go back to the original, which is 1911.
Yes, it was.
See what-
It was a mess.
It's sort of my memory bank.
Any other questions, comments on this motion? Call for the vote.
Pat,
No.
Kevin,
Yeah, that's all it is.
I see that.
Palmer, Steiner,
So I vote to rescind, yes.
Yes,
No.
Motion failed. All right.
so what's that mean?
Means we have an ordinance that reference nothing.
We have a
That's all.
definition that defines nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, if the lawyer said you gotta get rid of one, you gotta get rid of both.
If I listen to lawyers, my look about that.
Okay, well,
Usually both.
let's move on. Citizen comments, no one signed up. Diane, you are a citizen here. And nothing's going on in the historical society world. I mean, no spray painting, no bare wood showing to the tree, no painting. If any of you get a chance, look at the historical society across the street. They are repainting that. I saw them spray painting it today, so I'm anxious. I figure, by next meeting, we'll see a brand new pan there. That'll look good for Apple Fest. It's great for Apple Fest. All right.
Better tell Jeff not to send that notice.
Where is Jeff? Okay. Resolutions ordinance, we have no reading. Unless something else came up. New business. Start down here, Ellen. Start at your side. On Jan, Kent. Marissa.
Not new business.
Okay. Louis, Matt.
Not at this time.
Okay. Council general discussion.
I got one thing. I guess because I'm a soldier, I try to look out for people that I left behind and people that are running around with no legs and one arm, or no arms and no legs. I like to ask people of the village and the people of council to think about Wounded Warrior Program. It's $11 a month. And what it does is they build houses so that these people can live in a special house to survive. And it hurts me every day. I was in Water Reader for 2 years. I walked down the aisle one day. I must have seen 25 people with no arms and no legs. Wow. They were better off left on the world. But I just like to ask if people can, $11 a month is not going to kill us. All of it goes to housing and furnishing. That's all.
Yeah, and then as society, I've seen, on this old house, every once in a while, you see this house, built the house,
Right.
he can only get around in a wheelchair, the stove, the kitchen's actually made, he can still go on the stove and do everything as we do, but it's made it where you can't do it in the market, and you can do it in Any other council general discussion?
Yes, Matt has mentioned, I think it was last meeting or something, the property tax, Summer County. I've been saying for years, many years, that I feel the village should seriously look into seceding from Summit County and going to Stark County. And, you know, there's steps to be taken, there's precedent for it. The biggest portion of the village of Clinton used to be in Stark County. I don't have all the pros and cons before me. I've done a lot of research, and, you know, after discussion with council members and put together things, we left hanging in the wind many times. I've been asking somebody to seriously look into what we can do as far as reaching out to Stark County, if they'd be interested. You know, I can list some pros right off the bat. You know, we already share a school district with Stark County. Stark County doesn't pay egg, you know, they don't do
E-check.
E-check, right? They don't, and they say we don't pay for E-check too, but our ag licenses are higher to cover that. You know, there's, right now, their property taxes are lower already to start with. Being in Stark County, we would more than likely be able to get our rural rating back, which would help us with funding. That's just the tip of the iceberg. What do you mean? I understand the long term.
It takes a long time.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily, but that's all.
Well, when you start with our attorney,
Not necessarily, because starting with the attorney costs a lot of money.
but it has to be a person to start it.
Well, I think that it has to be a ballot measure and has to be not only.
Well, you could vote for it.
I mean, I can be done.
There's a lot to it.
Could you vote it?
Hang
And
on. Yes, eventually it has to get, it is a ballot measure. I know how the process goes, but the village officials need to start it by reaching out to Stark County. That's all I'm saying. If anyone else is interested or thinks it's a good idea, I'm just putting it out there.
I think it's a good
I think
idea.
it's something that we don't know until we start, Louis.
From what I read in the paper, they're talking about more than doubling some people's taxes.
Right, so
I don't see why it wouldn't be a nice thing to do, but without a pusher, you ain't going nowhere.
I think one of the issues, and I've talked to a lot of people, and I'm seeing houses up for sale. A friend of mine bought his house, I don't know how many years ago, in Portage Lakes, when it's worth almost nothing. Similar houses are going for $500,000 right now. There's houses in this area going way higher than I think. With house price going up, sales, the property tax being a percentage of the value of your property, that's naturally going to follow suit and go up with it. So,
Well, the other thing you have to keep in mind is, I read today, the rate of increase on foreclosures right now is skyrocketing.
oh, really?
Yes, it is.
So we're looking at 2015 all over again.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're so right.
And if that happens and the housing market crashes, well, that could mean lower property taxes.
No,
Yeah.
they don't lower.
No, it's their percentage.
okay, well, all of these things to be taken into consideration.
Okay.
However, but considering our track record with Summit County,
I mean, the county defends this by saying that the state suggests that the values of homes went up 34%. So they're blaming the state. That's going to happen. Those values are going to happen in other counties too. Stark County is going to get it. It may not be 34%, but they're going to have an increase as well. And I don't know if they're on the same 3-year cycle we are. They probably divide up the counties in thirds.
Hard to say. Okay, any other general discussion? Purchase orders and bills for approval.
Thank you, Mayor. Since I've been, reviewing the budget, it was a particularly expensive month at $238,000. I'll highlight a couple things. We spent $32,000 with OHM Advisors. I assume some of that's Clinton Road. All Clinton Road. Thank you. We did spend $38,000 in paving. That was for 3rd, 4th, and North. But out of that $238,000, you can see we spent less than a third on our streets. So it highlights how we don't get enough for our streets. Kevin's working on a shoestring budget, and everything else is elsewhere, right? So just as you look through that, make note of that, make a mental note of what goes to streets and what doesn't go to streets. The other thing that was on there was the police department for $91,000. That was for 2 quarters. So we got 2 bills at once instead of 1. And did we pay for 3 quarters in that? You only paid for the 2. Okay. So just some detail on the $238,000. I do ask for a motion approve the bills as presented.
Any questions, concerns, comments?
Can you tell us, the first thing you said was the advisory?
In
For
order,
Clinton Road.
Well, no, Louis, that's the engineering for the road. In order to bring was not the price down, in order to increase the odds of getting all the grants we need, we needed to have more of a certain percentage of the work done. And that was one place we spend the money was on the engineering. That's right, immediate, get that out of here and make us look better on paper.
And we already got good news tonight with the county approving it as a county road, so that's gonna help us in the future.
Now what you said about making it a county road, does that mean we don't have to pay to fix it no more?
We would have to get it fixed so we can get federal funding. So we got AMAX funding, state national. We can apply for those types of funding. Right now, it doesn't qualify. We can't
But
apply for that.
still makes
Still
us
maintained
pay
by
a
us.
percentage.
Still maintained by us, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I'm looking forward to Clinton Road being done. I tell you what, it's like night and day. I drove around the village today, and we've done a bunch of roads. Kevin's stretched that asphalt as far as he can stretch it. I think I can see through some parts of it. I'm not sure. But the parts that he didn't make that thin, out here on North Street, we finished that. That was a project we started last year, and once took us right up to our road here, and then carried on. And then the alleyway, some places are just, they need it really bad, and now they're done. It looks really good. So I've seen, since I've been joint council and become mayor, I've seen a lot of improvements in our roads throughout the village over the years. And it'll take time. There we're gonna start all over, and these ones that were really good are gonna be bad 20 years from now, but that's just the way it works. People drive on them.
Kevin, what's our next ones? Next year?
Clinton Road.
I mean,
You ain't getting nothing.
No, Clinton Road.
we can't afford nothing next year.
Clinton Road.
Do we have enough money to do for that?
Putting all our eggs in one road.
Let's not add those.
I was told the COVID money was gonna have to be returned.
We're not spending it, we're spending it. We gotta spend it or we have to return it.
That was part of a Republican plan on the deficit, which did not pass. So it may have passed the House, it did not pass the Senate. We're not returning COVID money.
Okay. All right, have we voted on this? Okay, call for the vote.
Godwin? Conrad? Steiner?
Aye.
Brad?
Aye.
Moore? Scott?
Make a motion to
Continue?
continue, adjourn.
Adjourn. I'll second the motion.
Motion passes, council meeting over.